Hi there everyone! Welcome once again to Taylor's Maestro TV, where you can find sewing tutorial videos uploaded here for you to study, that you can lean on to your desire to become a world-class tailor. In today's video is an English version on how to draft basic pants pattern, which I previously uploaded, for the benefit to all English-speaking viewers. It's because you deserve to learn.
Wow!
Hello folks! Without further ado, let us now start. This is step-by-step pattern drafting. From the edge of pattern paper, measure to 0.5 inches. Draw perpendicular line on it. This will be our horizontal baseline, and at the same time our waistline. Next is, draw a vertical baseline. We are going to draft basic pants pattern, which has a waistband. The width of the waistband is 1.5 inches. Place the 1.5 at baseline. To get the crotch measurement, we will use the centimeters. Look for 24 centimeters at the flip side of tape measure. It is the equivalent of crotch measurement, which is 24 inches. Mark on it. Waist to knee measurement is 20 inches. Mark it. Then proceed to length measurement, which is 36.5 inches. Add 1.5 inches for fold allowance. Then draw perpendicular lines in every marks. In case you ask how I've got the measurement I used in this pattern, please check this video, which I previously uploaded. And this is now our waistline, crotch line, knee line, length, and its fold allowance. Using the shorthand of the ruler, look 24 at 1/2 portion on it. Mark it. Also at 1/2, which is 12. 24 is our thigh measurement. And from mark 12, square it downward up to the bottom. Also upward. And this is now our center line. Next is to draw a crotch line. And from this point, move 1.5 inches backward. Then square it up to waistline. And from here, move 1/2 of an inch backward. And this is now our front crotch line. Next is to measure waistline at 1/2 portion of the shorthand. Look for 33 and place it at crotch line. Mark here. At mark, add 1 inch sewing allowance. 1/2 at side and 1/2 at front. And from crotch line, measure 3 inches upward. This is for zipper lock and also to our hip line guide. Draw dotted lines as our hip line guide. At this point, add 1/2 of an inch for sewing allowance. Then connect it using French curve. That's it. Our knee is 19 inches. At 1/4 portion of the ruler, find 19. Place it at center line. Mark here and at 19 here. And at bottom, find 16. Place at center line. Mark here and at 16 here. 16 inches is our bottom measurement. Before we connect the marks, add 1/8 of an inch here. Also right here. And at side seam part of the pattern. Remember, only at bottom and knee lines, where we add 1/8 of an inch. We will connect now the marks. Here at inseam, and at side seam part of the pattern. And from this point to knee line, let us connect using hip curve. And at side, connect from knee up to waistline. That's it. Add 1/2 inch here for sewing allowance. Draw line up to center line only. This is to avoid V shape at side after joining the front and back side seam. Next is draw side pockets. Measure 2 inches from side. Then 6 inches downward for pocket opening, up to the sewing allowance of side seam. This is now our front panel of our basic pants pattern. Shout out to all MCGI brethren of Bukidnon district in the Philippines, who works hand in hand to provide shelter of one of our brother. After cutting the fold allowance, fold it in. Then start cutting from waistline and at side seam from top all the way to the bottom. At crotch, be careful at curves to avoid accident. Remember, this pattern has already sewing allowances. Cut exactly at lines upon cutting to the fabric. Let us now do the back panel of our pattern. Let's paste it to hold the front panel. And then bring the front panel lines towards the back panel. Also this line. And the knee line on both sides. And at bottom on both sides also. And then connect it. Also right here. From crotch line, measure 2 inches downward. This is for the thigh line. Then draw dotted lines on it. This is now our thigh reference line. Now back to knee line. From front panel, add 3/4 of an inch. And at bottom, also 3/4 of an inch. Also here, at side seam, all 3/4 of an inch. Then connect now the marks. Also right here at side seam. And from front panel of crotch line, add 1.5 inches towards back panel. And connect the marks towards waistline using the hip curve. Now see to it that front and back panel is even by measuring the front and bring it to back panel. Just do this procedure, my friends. Now let us put 1/2 of an inch for the sewing line or front panel. And also at side of back panel. Continue the hip dotted lines. Also put 1/2 inch sewing mark. From here, let's check the thigh measurement. Until here, then pull the tape measure towards back panel. Place the 24 inches exactly at sewing mark of back panel. Then mark here at the exact measurement. Then add 0.5 of an inch for sewing allowance. Using the hip curve, connect the lines from knee up to the crotch line. See to it that the front panel is exactly even to back panel. Measure the front from crotch line then bring it to back panel. That's it. Don't forget to square this part. Next to check is the hips measurement. The same procedure as we check the thigh. Mark here at the exact measurement. Put 0.5 inch sewing mark at back panel. Let us now check the waistline measurement. Using the same procedure, hold the tape measure to back. Place it at 1.5 inches above front waistline. Then mark at 16.5, which is 1/2 of the measurement of waist. Add 0.5 of an inch for dart at back pocket. Duplicate the mark to back panel like this. Then connect the marks. Continue connecting it using French curve. Add 0.5 of an inch sewing allowance here upon cutting the fabric and at waist. You can add up to 1 inch. Let us check the front and back rise measurement minus the waistband. First at front, then continue to back rise. Front and back measurement is 24 inches. Mark here, then minus the waistband. Don't forget to square this part. Connect the lines using pencil first, for this is temporary yet. Measure from here and mark the center on it. Square it down. Measure to 0.5 inches pocket distance from waistline. Draw now the pocket. Center it from dart line. Pocket opening is 5 inches. Darken the pocket lines so it can be visible. Lip of pocket is 0.5 of an inch. Yes, that's it. And at dart line, mark 1/4 of an inch on both sides. Finalize the dart lines. Use dark pens, for it is final. Then fold it. Bring the lines to the other, that is the exact position. Upon sewing it, then draw the final back waistline using dark pens, and then cut it. This is how it looks like. A little bit curved in this part. Cut now the bottom fold allowance. Fold it inward. Continue by cutting the side seam part of the pattern. Down to the bottom. Cut now at finish lines. But don't forget to add sewing allowance upon cutting the fabric. In this part, sewing allowance is already included, therefore, just cut at lines. And this concludes our basic pants pattern drafting in English version. This is our front and back panels. Happy learning! God bless us all! And if you like this video, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe, including the notification bell, for you to be notified on my next video.